10 years experience in broadcast. The time has come to unveil the biggest change. Introducing the new look. Sports FM, we deliver the action. Truth FM, the heart and soul of Liberia. Your number one television station, Real TV, transmitting the real vision. Together, we are a team. Together, everyone achieve more. We are Renaissance Communications Incorporated, where national unity begins. "10 years experience in broadcast. The time has come to unveil the biggest change. Introducing the new look. Sports FM, we deliver the action. Truth FM, the heart and soul of Liberia. Your number one television station, Real TV, transmitting the real vision. Together, we are a team. Together, everyone achieve more. We are Renaissance Communications Incorporated, where national unity begins.
I'm a journalist. I'm big in sorry. The way you double the question, you say when I move from here out free. You say when I move from here out free. You say one to a deal. I wanted to mean it. Who talk to you? But double the question. Hi, not looking. Hi, looking. Hi, looking. They won't post, but now more what they give. Where not looking to the top. I'm going to again. And said it.
All right.
They call me to the office of OSP. I think it's better to come to get you don't get a tea to the man. After you get a tea to the man, you come now. So what next now? For me, not fair. Nobody getting very easy asking too much question. Hey, there's pretty easy to make egg and bread. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry. If you I will not ask the question again. Okay, sorry. When I speak, give me answer now, then you. Okay, I speak again. I ask you no more question again. Okay, that's why. They say I need English. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Sorry. Say you take that. You take that. I take it down. Okay, sorry. Okay.
And of course, good morning, wherever you are this morning. It's good indeed. We're here together again this morning on the TBS on Truth 96.1 FM, the heart and soul of Liberia. And this is where national unity begins. Today is the final day in the month of July 2018. And this is where we are. This is who we are. This is what we do. And we are together again on this special day for those in Bong and Mosurado counties. Yeah, special day for you people to decide who will fill in the vote left behind as a result of the 2017 elections. We saw your son and daughter really going at the hegemon of power. In Mosurado County, is your son that you lost out on. Remember? Well, of course, you were able to give him out to another higher level in presence of the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency, Dr. George Manuia. That was what you did. 2017. Then Bong County, yes, you took your daughter and said, "I know we need to send you up," and the country accepted that, and of course took your daughter away. And she's the Vice President currently of the Republic of Liberia, and Madam Joe Howard Taylor. With that, you can now say that the vacuum is left. Now to fill it in, it had to take months of tussle and all of that, but today is going to happen. We're going to give you exclusive coverage on that today. If God really is on our side, so I shouldn't say if, we've already started. Oscar Mohammed is here along with me on this elections, by-elections day, and it's quite an interesting moment, and this is my first moment with Oscar Mohammed on an election day here on Truth 96. On a moment like this, it will have been a Solomon where Abraham Gosson, we are sitting here and talking about that. Oscar, good morning.
Good morning, Abraham, and I'm privileged to be with you the first time.
Yeah, on an elections coverage day.
We are glad to be here. And you know, I was just listening to this last teaser when the guy was telling our courtroom, you know, the English say a lady.
The guy confess.
I know what people make it be. Can be learning the next day one.
You see, I even learning the English, you're forcing the stuff in the
I don't know whether would be playing pressure.
You don't. So what? No, the only thing. And I was like telling somebody there are certain songs that you won't play on this day, especially some of our election songs that we will always like to play. Pressure for who? You really will see that, you know, because there's no incumbent in the race, such as some other song that you now play is Sweet Sweet Kesaudi enough for Go Alone. You could have played that because maybe the goats in the race are the likes of Sir Joseph and Yeke Koluba, Marvin Cole. Maybe you could say goat, but they are not real goats because they're not real goat. The real goat then, so let's I don't really look at them as the real goats. So what we'll do is you don't play Sweet Sweet Kesali for them. The only thing maybe that could be suitable for either of the candidates, maybe pressure. But again, you want to...
you know what I think pressure is, I've been following, you know, two the guys and I really been campaigning.
Yeah, the tension, you know.
I saw, you know, Sunday, was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. I think Sunday was almost like the climax of the
campaign activities for them.
A lot of them. I saw Mark Kishen, I saw Sir Joseph. You know the guys. I saw the kind of money that was vested into the process. So going into such a process, AB spending such a huge amount.
I know, right?
Maybe I don't think I can run for any electoral position.
And you will. One day say you will, my brother. You never know when a call comes.
For you, when you are serving as president, then you dare appoint me. I just want to appoint that position.
Yeah, I was dealing with the guys. I told the president yesterday. You know, I was just trying to chat, and I was telling somebody. I said, Mr. President, some of these people that you found all around, none of them can be elected. They cannot, and they know that they can never step up. They don't. They don't even know how to do it, so they are not even correct. So you just look at it that way. You say, oh yeah, let's allow these people to go. But the fact of the matter is, whichever way it goes today, we are watching. And one thing I know, how many persons we got for this? 7 persons?
7 persons in Montserrat.
So that means before 9 o'clock, we'll finish knowing who's the winner. So before 9 o'clock, we'll finish with that thing. Yeah, 9 o'clock we'll finish. So you will just see that it will just over. So the federal community radio stations really in this broadcast, our correspondents are over. We'll try to get to those counties involved to tell them how the turnout is like. But I know something strange might happen today, and especially the turnout in the wake of. So now who will transport? Who will transport who to go somewhere now? Who will pay their money to go vote? All these impediments, yeah.
So most of us as Liberians, we don't see things ahead.
Oh.
The people say you're not sagacious.
Oh.
You allow politicians to take you from your residence.
Thank you for that, people. Yeah.
What the other guy name said from
Mama see Kawazi, no space for you, the money not plenty for you. Put it elected people.
No worry, Minister, I want your position.
The money too small. And somebody then that's true. Mama the elected position. No, me say I know. No, I went to one of the offices, and that's what I told people that the change was necessary. Go imagine I got to understand that you had about 6 persons in this ministry that were serving as consultants in the past administration. Out of the 6 persons in the ministry, you had about 4. No, you have 4. 4 were in the neighborhood of 7,000 per month. 7,000 per month. Consultants.
Local consultants.
I say our own local consultants. I don't say international. Local consultants. They were in the neighborhood of 7,000. Then guess the 2 premier, the other 2, who are the big guys. They were making 10,000 each, more than lawmakers. Yeah, man. My brother, now I want to tell you some of these appointed positions. Why you think some of these guys, they just sit there and say that they want when the case say eating my quiet money. That they have no noise behind it. Quiet money. So when the administration took over, that's why I said the change was necessary. When the new administration took over, when the CDC-led government took over, they look at it and they saw real wastefulness. So what the CDC decided to do, and this guy, like I told you, he wanted, and I told him some stuff. He said, we're not going to dismiss them. There are people in this ministry that will not dismiss, and we should accommodate other people. So these people, they are money, if you were to put it together, they were making pretty close to 200,000 annual. Yeah. So this money now, we'll take it from them and sift it and spray across. We accommodate other people who don't have. So the guys, what have decided now is we will not be able to, see to it that we dismiss other people and maybe whatever, will not do that to them. So what we'll do was sift this, accommodate other people. That is what it is. That's why you see at some ministries you will not hear noise. Now indeed they sack people to replace people, this, that, no. Those people who get in the big money. Then guess what now? Can you imagine how it's terrible? The guys told them, say, you people don't have any contract again. You don't have anything again, so you're not going to have contract, nothing. Can't see the begging now.
The consultants there.
Hey, man, leave it. Then one of the consultants there thinking that he would even send a craft and passing all over to get connections. The guy, my man, the country is very terrible. That guy has a way, knowing that he doesn't have any justification for the money he makes. That guy bribes his way through every system to get that money out of the system. Go through the PPCC, all the areas where there are glitches that's supposed to be to have questioned the money he makes. That guy bribes his way through the system and makes that money out of this country. So it's like he signs the contract and say you have to just, he say, yeah, just leave it. There are many, places. Yeah. When he goes on the other side, there's a he just makes one phone call. He gets ready, makes one phone call, be my brother's keeper. That is how they've been doing it. 10,000 you get every month. Who are you? When our lawmakers can't even reach that level. Now, I said somebody here, look, this country is very, and you see, Oscar, what is our menu for this
That's why
morning?
I say I want to occupy an appointed position.
Oh my brother, soon I become president, I know where to put you.
Definitely.
You gotta have here to go run for election. Oscar already got your position already. You are a consultant. You're not even getting some kind of job where you will be minister and will know all the ministers they got to get maybe 5,000. No. Your own, you chief consultant. Chief consultant. That Aaron Power will put me. Then what you will do is, if you really feel sorry for me, then you give me small things behind here too.
How people get me satisfied.
Yeah, I will put you there. I was small thing for you again. I was there, but man,
And the UN system.
because I want to salary, the people will know that it match. People know how to check it up. But your own,
Nobody
your own, no,
small quarter.
your own no level is sir.
You're not receiving gift. I know what happened. Google will stay big.
Bamboo, no, bamboo level. Anyway, that is it.
Well, this morning, actually, we're just trying to, as you go out there to vote this morning, please go out with the mindset of being peaceful and violence-free, because violence will not help our country.
Sure.
So please, those of you not wanting to go and vote, please go and exercise your political franchise. We are appealing to you to please go. Somebody said to me, I have not formed my voting card. I don't even know where.
You better look for it and go
So
vote.
please look for it. Yeah, you
Let's
guys
go
look for it
vote,
and
though. The election we're having it
We'll be
today.
taking stock.
Yeah, we'll take it stock. We'll take your stock.
Okay, so from now until 8:15 is going to be our Abuse Studio discussion. 8:15 to 9 o'clock is the segment Face the Nation. Today is the senatorial by-elections in Montserrat and Bond counties, so we will place more focus on the events of the day. Before this, we will host the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Major General Prince C. Johnson II, to talk about the military and soldiers' welfare. You will also comment on the Liberian Army involvement in foreign missions, especially in the West African sub-region. The General will take our questions on whether there are plans to recruit new personnel in the Army. These and a lot more will be the focus of our discussion. 9 to 9:15, commercial, sports, entertainment for you this morning. 9:15 to 10 o'clock is Real Talk Liberia. That's the segment. On this segment, special coverage of the senatorial by-elections as we link up with our correspondents in the two counties in order to get reports on the start of voting. You can also join us on our live Facebook feed on Truth FM Real TV Live for broadcast of today's edition of the TV. So that is the composition.
Yeah, that is the composition this morning. So we'll try to get to our correspondents, and we'll try to get to our correspondents and here. And at 8:15, the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia and of Major General Prince Johnson will be here with us this morning. He's already in the house. The military personnel, they respect time. And each time. The defense minister, the former chief of staff, now defense minister, Daniel Ziaka, each time he tells you that he's going to be there, he comes some 45 minutes ahead of time.
No, if you don't respect time, you know what happens to you? You go to fire ambush.
Yeah. Oscar reminds me about the day I was really fighting. Yeah. But man, look, I was really one of the military personnel who really was strong. Yeah, I was very much a battleground person. You know me now. I was strong. That is what I have. My man. When they say Kofi get Duruma, people like us,
Kofi what?
But so now 7 days you will go, they remote here when you're inside. Sometimes you can't take back for 7 days. People like, who now used to let take it back, and that kind of medicine you wanted. 7 days, don't take it back. So when someone takes it, you know that my medicine only 7 days, and that's what to take back. But when they died, when one of them passed by you, some kind of strange thing can follow them. So that is it this morning on Truth 96.1 FM, the hardest soul of Liberia. And of course, I have my card. I'm going to vote. Since Binta Berete wants us to go vote, man, we are going to vote. We're going to vote. I have my card with me. Yeah, I have it with me. We'll go vote our preferred candidate. Yeah, we're going to vote our preferred candidate. Yeah. We're going to vote our preferred candidate. All right, folks, we are here this morning on Truth 96, special elections coverage. And that's why we have one guest outlined and for the military. Is the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia. He was not in country recently. He's back in country. But of course, upon his return, there are some good news for the barracks and in terms of restitution of some money monies that were taken away by the former, defense minister and his team, the way they mismanaged the money. And can you imagine these people in this country? Lofa people, some Lofa chiefs are saying that the petition in Brandon Samuka to be Senator 2020. Ah, God, this country.
Huh?
Yeah.
Say that again.
I read that in the newspaper.
The petition.
Some chiefs in Lofa County, he's a Lofian. They petitioning him to be senator. Now what, Patrick P.L. Lumumba said something, and what I love about him. He said, once it is your thief, you own a thief. Once he steals, he's not a thief.
No, he's not a thief.
Once that happens, he's not a thief. Can you imagine? And don't doubt it. In this country, we vilify thieves,
Kill those kind of people.
hail them, and try to, and we don't care. Don't mind these Lofa people. Don't be surprised that they will do it. Not only them, Liberians are noted for doing that. That is it. But anyway, they made corruption allegations hanging over them, and he admitted it.
They're coming to tell you the man met
Now, the allegation. Then now the Lofa people, chiefs, can you imagine adults who are supposed to be people who are trying to instill discipline and morals in people? They are the ones. Anyway, that's it for another day. Those names will come up. We are getting there. All right, so let's now see how best we can tell you some of the things that are unfolding today. And of course, the chief of staff is here. So we're going to start sooner because our rounds should be all over the place. We want to start off with some rounds with our correspondents in those areas. Cyprian Colley as well is trying his best to get out there and making sure that at least he can get into the communities. But when I was coming this morning, not too encouraging. Then the next people, we have over 700,000 voters in just this. Remember? Moserado County. So let me go to Bond County and speak with Selma Lomas this morning and tell exactly what is unfolding there. We understood that late last night. Orange Liberia, we don't know whether it is just, but at the back of the election to be held, all the community radio stations are off.
Wow.
Yeah, last night. All of them just went off. And the guys are struggling to come back on, no way to come back on. I don't know what's happening in Bond County. But Selma Lomas is on the line this morning. Good morning, Selma. Well, great to have you on, my brother. You are in Upper Bong, right?
Yes, I'm the Upper Bong at the John and Clark Food Center where there's a low turnout of people so far. Even though the sun is rising this morning, but there's a low turnout of people here.
Well, even before the elections date, especially the fever that we really have to go on to the climax of campaign activities that will exactly tell you that people were gearing up. Did you see those signs and the climax of campaign activities or the penultimate rounds of those campaign activities?
Well, it was a lukewarm campaign, contrary to what we've seen in the past, like the 2017 election. We saw the euphoria and what have you, but it was really, it didn't feel, the campaign did not bring the momentum that many expected. Voter apathy play its part, and it could take a toll on the election because so many of the citizens are said to be frustrated about the economy and what have you, or they are also frustrated in leaders they have elected. So it could really take a toll on the election today.
Well, with this, the economic situation is one key aspect. Though the government's regulation on transport fares had not really extended that far. Are people willing to check into their pockets or mothers checking their lapper tails to get up their last dollars to go and vote at some of those challenges, issues that they are willing to confront head on?
Except for that supporters, because one key thing that will bring about low voter turnout is many of those that were talked by candidates in 2017. Not many of them returned to Bong because those who have contested and won or lost seem to be interested in talking those talking people that were brought to Bong. So it will have an impact. It will impact the election here also.
So the center you are now, try to compare 2017. About this time when you were at this very center, how many persons you could count, estimatedly? And now, how many persons you can see? Are they countable numbers?
Yes, the accountable normal in a queue here, like I guess I'm seeing about 15 years for one queue, while I'm seeing about approximately 20 years for another queue. 2017, it was a very long queue that no one could gauge how many of persons were in the queue.
Yeah,
So it just shows how persons in voter apathy could play a key role in the result of the election.
Yes, some will say that the analogy could be far-fetched because the fact of the matter is 2017, you had people running for various representatives and, of course, a president as well. So that queue could have been longer than what we're sensing now. Could that play as well?
Yes, analysis will be true, but now, what I told you, the momentum to the campaign
Yeah.
was not encouraging, and many people seem not to have had interest in the entire process. So it's like people are still going on their normal businesses, even though some of the marketplaces have been shut down, but the audience of people are still going on their normal businesses, and not many momentum seem to be on the faces of those who are at this polling center this morning.
Wow. Okay, so what we'll do is we are on this at 9 o'clock, 9:15. We'll get back to you because the final stage of our TBS will be all about contacting you guys to know how are things so far this morning, owing to the fact that, yes, it's obvious and it's anticipated and it's expected that indeed we'll have a voters apathy. So we'll try to get to you around 9:15 so that we can understand from you how you've been able to look at some of those centers. Okay, so he's Sama Lomax there with us this morning on 296.1 FM. We have Lower Bong, our correspondents are there as well. I don't want to go in Bozoraro County because now, some of the areas, anyway, that is life for us.
Maybe why you trying to establish contact with our correspondent in Lower Bong County and other parts.
Yeah.
Let me say to those who are contesting in this by-election, especially in Mansurado County, that you need to do your best. Election goes with numbers. You can run out of your campaigns. You can do all you have to do.
Yo.
If you don't persuade the people,
the
electors to go out there and vote, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to get frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's about time, though it's not campaign time, but start going to them, talking to them, encouraging them to go, because not many persons want to go out maybe to cast their votes.
I know, right?
Not many persons. I spoke with few of them yesterday and said, Oscar, what's the need for me to go vote? The people who enjoyment, somebody enjoyment.
Yeah, in fact, there are a lot of guys currently even on our Facebook page, and they are even saying they will not go vote. They don't give us the likes.
Yeah. But the thing is that we have to go vote. You don't blame the people. They get discouraged hearing some of these things that we talk about, hearing some of the ills, the shortcomings of their leaders.
Yeah.
You repose confidence in people,
yeah,
but then
sure.
At the end of the day, the trust is just dashed.
It's dashed. So, and that is what kills democracy.
Yeah.
People just think democracy is only the free will to see to it that you just go and vote, or you have your will, or you sit down. If 500 persons registered to vote to a specific area, and out of that 500, you had just 100 persons showing up, that doesn't show any good sign.
No.
That democracy is tasting. Meaning democracy is tasteless to them. Because democracy is such as if a football game or a tournament is being held, those spectators who go and participate in the tournament, they tell and even gave the players the kind of euphoria that is expected to make them to think that their tournament was well attended, and it also leads to their performance. So if you have people not attending at all, that's a serious problem, and it challenges the state actors to think that, no, you have made democracy tasteless to these people until they don't see it as a way forward, so they're not going to participate in it anymore, and this will now be resting on the shoulders of our leaders that we've made. They just think, and I was just telling somebody this morning, that elections, when they are being held, it's a win-win situation.
Especially for this one.
Yeah.
This one is not like the absolute majority where you have to get 50% plus one.
Yeah.
This one is simple majority. So if you don't go out there and encourage your people, your voters, your fans and whatever to go and vote for you, if one or two persons go and one or two persons vote for another candidate, definitely.
It could affect us.
Be able to wake up and know that this is not. We're not going for second round. Anybody? If you're waiting for second round, and the way when they're having queen contest, it wasn't there. Wait for the last round.
It's not working like that. It's not working like that. So you can't get that happening. You know, and
I think we're having some challenges, maybe from our team at NEC.
Yeah, said past issue is a challenge.
It's a challenge.
We'll get back to Flomo, and I hope we'll try to settle that. Yeah, we'll try to settle that, and so we'll try to settle that. So we'll try to settle it. All right, so let's hear this morning on 296.1 FM, the other sort of Liberia. This is where national unity begins. We're almost there. We can take a break now. I will try to, because we said 9 o'clock, you'll get to understand as to what's happening around the areas, and it's good and it's very much important. So the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Major General Prince Johnson, is here with us this morning, and we'll be having him right now. So let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
What would I do without your smile?
Years experience in broadcast. The time has come to unveil the biggest change. Introducing the new look. Sports FM, we deliver the action. Truth FM, the heart and soul of Liberia. Your number one television station, Real TV, transmitting the real vision. Together, we are a team. Together, everyone achieve more. We are Renaissance Communications Incorporated, where national unity begins. 10 years experience in broadcast. The time has come to unveil the biggest change. Introducing the new look. Sports FM, we deliver the action. Truth FM, the heart and soul of Liberia. Your number
513-281 or 0886-550-288 or 0886-550-811. You can email us at clientservice@icaliberia.com. Insurance Company of Africa, a professional insurance for
1 FM, the FM service of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. We transmit to you programs on information, education, as well as entertainment. And of course, on the RCI TV Live on the Facebook as well here this morning. So you can join our Facebook feed and RCI TV and just Truth FM Live, RCI TV and Truth FM Live, and as our Facebook page. And then you follow up live on what we're doing. Those of you in the diaspora, it's good that you join us back home. Great. We are honored to have with us here this morning the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia, Major General Prince Johnson. He's here with us this morning. Remember, the military is key in the heart to Liberians. And remember, when it comes to the defense system of this country, they are the ones in charge of it. He's the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia. And he's back with us here because he had been here before with us. And he's back with us here, especially in the wake of unfoldings. So it's good that we have him on this morning with us, Honorary Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia. General, good morning.
Good morning, AB. Good morning, Oscar, and good morning to the Liberian people.
How's everything going?
Well, so far going good.
Okay.
Thank you that we are moving on.
That's great. Happy to know that. Yeah, you were in here recently. You had some breakout.
Yes, I went for a conference in Paris. Okay. From there, had a time out to go and see the family. Now I'm back.
That's good. Back to work. It's good that we are getting there. Well, let's move on this morning. First of all, before we can go into the meat of what we're discussing this morning, because every public official now that the president has declared his assets, we understand that you're one of the guys. Have you declared your assets?
I know AB will keep for the
I just want to know first. Yeah, I just want to know that.
I did. I think this is the third time I've declare my asset. I did 2014 when I was appointed by Madam President.
Okay.
And when I was also appointed in 2016 as the Deputy Chief of Staff, I also did declare my asset. And when I was just appointed by our President, Dr. George Weah, I did declare my asset. Yes.
Real era of law. You guys can read. You don't want to be hooked up into something else. No. Great. Let's move on. The last time the defense minister was here, and he told us that plans were underway to settle what was the real old soldiers money that you people promised that was going to be restituted. And as a result of money that were collected from them, and with that, it is that payments were going to be done as per plans. And we've gone nearly weeks now since he left. And it's good that you are back in country and you came. I know you were following the program. Why overseas?
Yes.
Yeah, you follow that. Great that you are back. What is the status of the soldiers' money?
Yes. First, let me just give a little background, a history of, for some of those listeners who don't know the issue about the compulsory saving. The compulsory saving started on our former Minister of Defense, Honorable Samuka. His thought was that after research was done by the United Nations Development Program, researcher came looking at post-war country, decided that you saw what happened to when the army was disbanded. You saw soldiers leaving the barrel of dime. Some of the only money they depend on the money, the package that they have for them under the DDR program. And today you see your area called 540. So he thought like now there's a need to start to like encourage soldiers to start to save, that as they reach to that point in retirement, while we on the process of like the 1 month, because when you retire according to the National Defense Act, you go with half of your current salary. So he felt that while we're in the process of you doing that, whatever money you save, maybe after 25, 30 years, and this is done all around the world, so you will get that money. So that started in August of 2009, and then there was category of deduction for soldier salary based on your rank. You had the enlisted, NCO, and officers. So we did that up to 2017, just before the transition, because the account, the compulsory saving account, have been run by the Ministry of Defense. The Armed Forces of Liberia had nothing to do. All we did was they just deducted from our salary and was deposited into EcoBank, an account at EcoBank called the AFL Pension Scheme. So at the period where after just about the time they transition, you know, or when Samaga decided to bring in, to have the Armed Forces of Liberia to also be part of this process, because since 2009 we have not been part. So 2017, he decided now we should have the Armed Forces, meaning at the time I was serving as Deputy Chief of Staff and the current Defense Minister was serving as Chief of Staff. So he decided that we should both be signatory to the account. So based on that, we decided to make some inquiry that in order to be signatory, we will want to know the balance, and we'll want a full account of how since 2009 what has happened. So based on that, we got that information. And after we got that information, it came up that the money was short. So, like, you know, I don't want to get into
the money was short.
Yeah, the money was short.
The defense minister at that time made a money short.
I would say it is alleged that the money was short because there's an investigation by the LCC.
No, but the money was short.
Yes, the money was short.
Yeah, the money was short. You knew that the money was short.
Yeah, because what we expected there was not, we made like around 700,000 plus. So based on that, a committee was formed to investigate by the AFL. They investigated, they found out that the money was short. And then you heard the former minister even...
He admitted that the money was short.
Currently, so everything I would say alleged, because LCC, I don't want to...
They're still going to investigation.
LCC is, going
and
to
you people are part of that investigation.
Definitely. I was called by the LCC. I went there, they asked me questions. I did give them what I knew about the whole account, and they are going through. I showed they even met the current defense minister and a couple of other senior officers in the armed forces.
So that money is not just going free, though the government is going to pay back, but
as the politician, as a military man, I think my concern is that government should please try to put that money back. That my soldiers.
As to what happens to who took it is then with them.
Yes.
All right. let me ask you this question. If I got you right, you said from 2009 up to 2017.
February, yes. February. August 2009 to February. Because when we took over after the whole commotion and the issue of the money being short, Honorable Zianka instructed me and the bank that we should put a halt to the deduction because the money was short, and you heard about the demonstration by some AFL personnel, wives, black in the street, the RCI rule. So we put a halt. As of now, we are not doing no more deduction.
My question is it unprecedented for such a thing to happen within the army from 2009 August to February 2017 before you guys were called the now defense minister and you are the chief of staff, according to the information you're giving us from the...
When you say unprecedented, I would want to limit it to our own history. You know, the good thing about it, my father served this position, and I have a bit coming as a kid. I saw what they did. Yes, indeed. Like what happening now, that's why I want to give a plus to Honorable Zianka. Now, even as defense minister, all the accounts, the Ministry of Defense account according to the budget, in the budget, you know, we have like around like 50 million, like 15 million because of the hospital and stuff. Honorable Zianka cannot take a dime without a member of the Armed Forces of Liberia, meaning me or my deputy for that account. Even if he gets approval, it shows check and balance now.
And that was not the case.
That was not the case. So now, Honorable Zianka, his deputy, you need a signatory from the AFL, me or my deputy. So they cannot, even $5, they can take it from the MOD account at the central bank, at the Eco Bank. No. Even the check.
You mean MOD account? The AFL has different.
No, we don't have an account. All the MOD account. So now what we're doing, we are working up that the Armed Forces of Liberia will have its own account. But the ministry will also be signatory that we cannot take any money. In the past, even before, let's say before the war, that was how it was run. After that, no, it was the ministry. I would say Maybe it started at the time because we disbanded the army, and we had a foreign commanding officer in charge. But even after we took over 2014, the need to revisit that, they did not. It continued. Even yes, we requested to have point, but they waited up to 2017.
So everything
now,
was happening. You people were not in the know. You were just recipient knowing what
it was just a deduction. Now, thank God that Honorable Zianka have changed that now any money that leaves the account that is for the Armed Forces of Liberia and the MOD, we got check and balance, meaning the AFL, one signatory, and the Ministry of Defense. And that was learned from what happened.
I think we'll pause on that for now. And there's a question I would like to ask, but I'll pause on that for now. Because if you are saying that, then there is a reason for something that we'll get at in the future. So with that being done, you people halted it because you believe that the money was not correct anymore. So you halted the entire process.
Yes.
Now resorted to saying we'll try to repay these soldiers their money.
Yes.
The process is good.
Yes.
It was meant for their own welfare.
So yes.
Now they knew it was their own money.
Yes.
So now that you had this kind of check and balance system put in place, why? You don't continue it.
No, okay. Let me get to that. So what we did, we formed a committee. The committee went up. They came up with the recommendations. I think you saw the copy of that report.
Sure.
And then the committee said, for this money, based on the alleged mismanagement of the funds, we should give the soldier back the money and start a new process. Now, what we're trying to do, this new process, fortunately, I met the Honorable DeWitt from Boma, if I'm right on the pronunciation of his name, from the National Social Security, to give us a program. We also consulted our West African counterparts like Nigeria, Ghana, what to do to also have their program. We are consulting, we are going to come up soon, a pension scheme that we're going to take to the soldiers that, look, you will have to do this because when you are retiring from this army, the process of getting your benefits is going to take like around 90 days. So while you're processing that 90 days to leave the barracks and go to a private life, we will want you to start saving. So that program now, we have to meet the National Social Security Corporation, what they have. We consult, we already got documents from our counterparts, and then we're going to come up with a new pension scheme. You know what people say, what is not done right is not done at all. So we are going to do a distribution.
So the National Social Security regular tax deduction and whatever will be different from what?
I don't know what it's like. I work with the National Port Authority. I know the program. I don't know whether that can be used for the Armed Forces of Liberia.
So the Armed Forces of Liberia, the National Social Security, they don't pay?
No, currently not. Only this new dispensation, though, we're not paying. We're not paying
anything to the National Social Security.
No, we're not paying anything.
So the welfare, how does that happen?
That's why now we're trying to see how best we can meet them, come up. What we had, what Honorable Samuka thought was a good process to start that. Soldier will have that money was the Armed Forces. Since the money, some it was like, short, we still want to get back. So what we're doing now, you heard Honorable Zianka when he came to your studio, that before the 26th, we're going. So we met the Commander-in-Chief, the President, Dr. George Weah. He authorized, because we have like 700,000 plus currently at EcoBank. So what he did, he authorized us to do a distribution of the first 600,000 United States dollars. So out of that 600,000, we decided we have the scheme for everybody that contributed to this fund. Okay. This is the distribution plan. So the first 600,000 started on the 24th for 907 personnel, to include a private, the least private, the lowest private. 907 personnel.
Yeah, because we said so from private to corporate.
Yes. Private to corporate. Yes.
Okay, good.
So we're starting with the lowest rank to receive the money, indicating that I'm going to be the last person, or the minister going to be the last to receive the money. Yeah. So the lowest rank, everybody going to receive. So for the first 600,000, it went to 907 AFL personnel, private, first class, and corporate. Okay. Because the next category.
Completed that already.
Yes. Okay. There was some technical issue, like number accounts, which we're working on, but so far,
it's hotter for now.
No, they're still getting the money. People don't.
But there were instances that we gathered that in terms of how do you call it, posting of the money? The posting of the money, right? It went into other people's account. Let's say, for instance, if I and corporal and whatever, you send money to my account and just.
So we got the information. So I will tell you one thing. Guess what? Even my account, a private soldier, money came $950 came to my account. They took my number, gave it to the private, and then took the private and gave my number. So when I realized that the good thing EcoBank is posting the money and the name is like your pension, AFL pension fund. So as soon as I saw it, I knew the person and what I did. I withdrew that money, took the money to our administrator office, and the soldier came and collected his money, the $950. So it's like around, almost like we have that pattern, like almost like between 60 to 100 person, and we have even identified some of the people already getting the money. So about 80% have already they gotten the money out of the 907. So the category, because other people are asking, I want to put this information up. Yeah. We got category 1. Active duty personnel will be the first group of people. So meaning all those that are currently in the AFL will get the money before we start. The next group will be the
active duty personnel that falls in the category of private to corporate.
No, to officer. What I mean, when government replace the money, that's the category. But for now, because the 600,000 cannot go for everybody. Yeah. So we did the first 907, and it's starting from the lowest rank. Okay. So if we have additional money,
so the lowest rank has to do with people who are active duty personnel. Yes, because there are instances where they are private who must have left already.
Correct. That's what I want to get to. So the next group will be retirees, those that contributed to the fund from 2009, but like we retire you maybe because of age, maybe because some issue you had, you will get your money. Also, the next group of people will be separation. Those who requested separation. Because in the army, like you're having some challenges, you want to leave, you request your legal means, we allow you to go. We got those people. They will be the third category of people to also get the money. We already got the names, we got the money. The next group of people will be dishonorable discharge. Those who the army did something. Like people who went out and committed a crime, we came out, we under the UCNJ, we discharge you. Guess what? We got your name. When we get the money, we're going to call you and issue you your check and give you your money. The last group of people will be the AWOL, absent without leave. You know, some people abandoned the army, we all telling you. We also got the names of those people. We're going to give them the money. But guess what? For this category, the condition will be, because you left the army without telling us, you have violated Article 92 of the UCNJ, the Uniform Code of Military Justice. You must bring back all our supply, our sets of uniform we gave you, our BD, the BDUs is the uniform, our boots, all the supplies we issue you because you left for us telling us, and even up to now we left, we took account of all the things we issued that you did not return. Because if you look at the dishonorable discharge people, you know why we're not putting in the category? Because when we discharged them, we went to the homes, we checked the uniform, we took all our things for them. Those A1 category will be the last. They just fled the last. They will be the last to get the money, but the condition will please bring all our supplies. Bring all our gear, and guess what? Possible UCNJ prosecution.
When you come again?
Oh yeah, you are charged Article 92. Yes, that's the
Yes, some of them will leave their money business there. They will not come back.
I won't tell them to leave. You can come. If you come, you look at your crowd.
Who will come for money now? When you know you pay, you don't bring all the things, then they grab you, then they arrest you.
Oh yeah,
you can't fear the people. Let me tell you, trying to tell them don't come for this money.
No,
you rather just stay where you are.
I'm not telling them to come, but you
know what you're saying. The person that you come, will charge you. Possibly we could charge you, prosecute you.
Yes, you see. Under this leadership, we will prosecute you too. I tell you straight.
Then stay where you are, forget about money, avoid prosecution.
No, you can come for your money, but just be prepared for that condition. Yes, that is the military.
But people, then why you can't identify them and arrest them? You got to wait. You don't see them.
Let me tell you what you see. Those people don't understand. It's so good that maybe sometimes when I hear these sound backs you play about politicians what they said before, and then now they say things different. It's the same with the military. Some of the people who go on AWOL will want to come back and contest election. Guess where? We'll be waiting for them to tell you still get charges here. Oh, yes!
Oh, you catch them?
Oh, let me say, it is not General Johnson that said that. It is the rules and regulations.
So that means they are not hearing. You cannot see them.
Oh, some of them, they're passing around. Some people all in the country. But
you can see them.
It is a sting
but
on
there's
your
a
character.
charge on them. Why can't you arrest them once and for all? That says a deterrence. Because if the man leaves because he got a uniform, the man has it. Maybe you use that uniform to go there and arrest or maybe do anything harmful. That's a danger part of it.
Oh yeah, we're getting in the police even arrested some of them. I remember there was one that was discharged because of drugs. And they phoned in at the checkpoint in Banga. And the police called, say, we got one of your AFS soldiers being arrested, like he was caught with drugs, illegal substance traveling. And we went to go investigate. Guess what? That man was discharged from the armed forces of Liberia. All we did, we took our uniform from him.
Okay. He was not AWOL president.
No, he was not AWOL. He was discharged.
Okay.
Dishonorable discharge.
Now the AWOL people are talking about.
But the AWOL, you know what? They tell me what they are. So we can go get our.
But you don't see them.
No.
You're looking for them.
Oh, AB. If we find those people, we want our
What
property.
the role of these MPs, the military police? They're supposed to be in the business of looking for these people. Who are the MPs?
You say good thing. You know, in this country, we should tell the politician to allow the military to work. People misuse, they take everything and turn it into politics. You remember the kids we had when I was soldier went to go arrest? That had a job somewhere, where it turned into politics, went as far as the Supreme Court.
Yeah, sure. I follow that element.
Yes,
yeah.
which is the law. We agree. Thank God the Supreme Court saw the wisdom that the military law is different from what you have. Though the Constitution is the supreme law, and the military law comes from the Constitution, the UCNJ. They saw the wisdom and they turned over our soldier. Guess what we did? We took that soldier back. He served a punishment. After he served a punishment, we discharged him. Because he brought disrepute to the military, to the institution. So we're telling politicians, stay away from our military. Stay away. The military is the only one. You know, like the Constitution, there's a discussion in South Africa on the issue of double jeopardy, I will tell you. You know, the military is one group of people that can be prosecuted. Honor the civil law. When you finish, you come back in the military, will also prosecute you, which is also a violation on our Constitution. The issue of double jeopardy,
It's not supposed to be.
But you know that we military people go through that? You know that we military, the only group, I think it's Article 12 on the Constitution, I think A or B, that can go through forced punishment as those who committed crime in court, forced labor. Go and check the Constitution. You know why the military will say do this, you do it? That is the military. So we tell politicians, please, we beg them, the Liberian way, we hold their foot. Don't politicize the military. We are apolitical.
Okay, now.
Ebi, 1 minute. Let me ask the general. More like on the same AWOL issue. You have your human resource.
We'll come back to the money to you. We're not feeling you.
Want the money, I know.
You have your human resource department, whatever you may want to call it, and the human resource department is there to get the information of all of your soldiers that are enlisted. So you don't think that you could have the addresses, the locations of these AWOL soldiers?
No, we got the 907 person are receiving this. The currently receiving their own compulsory saving. It's posted at all our barracks, all the installation. This is how we identify the soldier. You go there, you see your amount, you go to the bank, the money, if the money not there, you inform the human resource. Human resource take the information and then we verify. Some of them are even getting the money from the human resource. Like I told you, they mistakenly gave my account to somebody because of like technical error, cut and paste, put in the account in there, and then they had an error. I received a soldier money, $950, hit portion from August up to February 2017. I took that money, gave it, they gave me a receipt. The soldier king collected his money and also signed against. So it shows, and that's the record. Benefit have been a big issue in this country. This is why when we got the 70,000 for our fallen hero from MINUSMA, we publicized that. We told the press, we took pictures that the day the relative or that fallen soldier come out and say they did not receive the UN benefit of 70,000, everybody saw the picture. Everybody saw it on Facebook. This is why we got the list. And on this leadership of our president, we will always have that. Even when we come to these categories, the remaining categories, we'll also publish it.
So what about those people who died? You didn't name that category.
No, those who died already received that money. On a group.
Oh, you mean a compulsory son in the moment?
Yeah, those who died before February, they got the money. I will tell you, the late Colonel Dennis, even the soldier that died, those that died during the Ebola, because of 2014, they calculated the money from 2009. They received the only group, I think they're around 4. When we halted this issue, they're about to receive the money because they died after we halted. But all those who died before February 2017 received the money.
And so that is how it works.
Yes. Maybe we need to interact with the public. So,
yeah, I know that. No, let's do that one yet. Now you just mentioned private to couple.
Yes.
Right? What happens to the order of when will they receive their own money?
Okay, this is the
people
issue
that like you now.
Yeah,
yeah. When will you get your own money?
So we are currently discussing with government. The commander in chief is aware on this, and I can tell you as soon as we receive additional funding in that account, we're going to.
How soon is that?
I can't give you time.
The guys too, they are
Man.
human too, man.
Yeah.
Getting rank, it doesn't mean a punishment.
Sure.
Yeah, you should
But
be
the
respected.
issue, we have to wait for the commander-in-chief. He's addressing this issue. You know,
Okay, how much dollars in total we expecting or we had expected to be restituted? How much dollars?
I think it's around 1.2 million.
1.2 million. Out of the 1.2 million, you said 600,000 is already out.
Currently, we got 700 plus thousand in the bank.
700 plus thousand.
Yes.
In the bank.
Yes.
Currently?
Yes.
And why you did
So I would say Manos 600,000.
So
I say we got like
100,000 you have.
100 plus thousand.
So
to go get
meaning,
it.
okay, very good. So you said 1.2,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So meaning we have pretty close to 5. Yeah.
Pretty close to
Yeah.
saying-
Yeah, because you said you just
Yeah.
you just
Currently,
told,
we
you
got,
just
I would
told-
say we got like 1.2, we got like around
Yeah.
100 plus thousand. So when we receive the balance 1.2, it will make it like 1.3. Then we'll be able to conclude like all these categories and pay everybody.
Yeah, because the defense minister said that the total amount that was in the account, in fact, that you people had remained, how much was remnant as a result of when you people discovered that how much was there in the account?
It's around 600,000.
600,000.
Yeah, you know the money is.
And he said 600,000.
Yeah.
Now the defense minister said that you people were able to lobby with the government and they added additional 400,000
No, he
to make
said that the full not there yet. At least
Oh, it's not there yet?
Not there yet.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
He's talking to the commander.
Oh, so that they will add it there. Yeah, because I heard about that 400,000 now. Yeah.
If we receive that, we'll be able to complete, hopefully, the remaining corporals, sergeants, staff sergeants. Because, you know, we're paying from the lower, we're going from the bottom up.
And I did not money because I know the highest you're paying now could be in the neighborhood of 1,120.
No, the highest.
The highest.
The highest, no, the highest, like, for officers?
No, I mean now. On the
now,
current
yeah,
payment
yes,
scheme now,
sure.
the highest could be around 1,120.
The highest is
So
950.
meaning some people,
The highest is 950.
The highest now?
Yes.
Okay,
It's
it's 950.
Yeah, it's 950.
So that money.
Yeah.
The huge burden is on people ahead. If
Yes.
people like you now.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
got,
where it
I got
is.
good money there.
Good money there. And that is very much key for us. All right, so let's now move on. And while it is true that we've looked at that already, so you are still indefinite as to when these other people will receive their money.
No, I can tell you right now when. Maybe when the minister comes, you're pressing.
Yeah, man, because the guys want to know
Yeah.
too when the other money will come.
I
Because
would tell
they
them
too
so,
deserve
all
it
they
too.
need to do is to be patient. Like, people did not believe that we were going to start this process. And our president, Dr. Weah, decided to start the process. I know his concern. I know his interest in the issue of our security sector. And I know the men and the welfare of the soldiers, men and women in army, all the security apparatus is very key to his administration.
Do we still have soldiers on foreign mission?
Oh, yes, we
Good.
have our people
So then
in
this is
Mali.
where we go now.
Yeah, we got people in Mali. We got our people peacekeeper in Mali. Hopefully, I'll be going to Mali in September. It will be the UN medal parade, going where the guys who are currently there, they will be giving them the medal for serving the mission in Mali as peacekeepers. So I will be there in September for that program.
Timbuktu. That's good. Let's go to the welfare and some information I would just like for you to clarify on it. Let's look at it. To the Coast Guard base, you people have done well there because the reports from there are very much welcoming in terms of electricity supply and whatever. You've settled that aspect. That is good. Then in the barracks, and there are challenges there. A few weeks ago, we understood from personnel, and of course, when you were passing by, you could have sensed that power supply will come as early as 7 in the neighborhood of 7, and then 7 a.m. is off. Of recent, most recent, maybe just a week or two ago, it has now drastically dropped from 7:30 to 4 a.m. What is that? The remaining hours in darkness.
I will tell you based on what we receive, the allotment, the issue of fuel. We before July, the commanding general Konodana, and headquarters, we were giving 12 hours, but our fuel allotment dropped. So we dropped it. He gone down, I think, to 8 hours. He took a full. That's why you see that. Look, we are going to provide electricity to
drop the fuel allotment.
well, that based on the allotment on the budget. The minister
The
of
current budget?
yes, we got what we were receiving had now dropped. So we like based on what we get for the unit. Look, I would tell anybody in President
Well, you can
President,
push
we
your
are-
mayor. Your mayor is down there now as
President, we are-
defense minister. You got to push
yeah,
him.
but the minister, he's doing what? Look, power generation at the EBK barrage generator won't serve it. We got a 1 megawatt there. That 1 megawatt just an hour is like around 50 gallon, just 1 hour. We could not use it. We also have 500, 800 generator there, KVA, and those generators we are sharing current based on the fuel we receive. I tell you, EBK, just to give EBK 12 hours current, you need 16,000 gallon of fuel a month. 12 hours, 16,000. That is not what we're receiving. So we agree. This government trying the best. You know, there are other competing demands.
So you agree with the pro-poll?
Oh, but yeah, that's the
It's a pro-poll thing.
we support. It's a pro-poll. You know, my understanding, I'm not a politician. My understanding of pro-poll, like you see how we're doing the payment. We're starting from the lowest. We didn't start from me as the general.
Not
to
a
get my
pro-rich,
money
that's from the
first.
pro-poll.
So we start from the bottom up. And if you read Dr. Dodo article on the issue of pro-poll, it's the issue of starting, how we can map up in those areas, like we know those business necessity of those areas that like slum communities, see how we can take development in them.
General, do you communicate most of these challenges with your soldiers, the ordinary soldiers?
You see, that's that's the issue that I want. The military will not run our military in the public. We don't come on air everything. That's why we didn't send a list to you now.
No, communicated with the soldiers now. The
Yes.
concerned parties. That's
So they
actually
will
why you want
have
to know.
yes.
Yeah.
We send it down. So how you think
Concerned
the list is posted? Because somebody asked me on social media, why don't we post the list on social? No, we're not going to take our soldier names and put our compromise our soldier name into the paper. We don't run military on the radio station or on the social media. Yes, we can send the information to the general public when we're about to come, because there are some people out, especially the category I gave you, that are a big concern that cannot get into the barracks. That's why I'm here to explain to those like discharge, retirees, those on a separation, to understand. Yes, they were calling order ready to understand. Look, dude, you're just relax. We have your money. Everybody will get the money. All you need to do is to be patient. We're going to handle the active duty people first, and then we'll be able to move
What
on.
happened to the water supply in the barrack?
Yeah,
It's been rationed.
We having like you see, our water supply in the barrage tied into power generation. Let me tell you, the EBK barrage was intended just for one battalion. Today, that is our biggest barrage. We have more than 2 battalions, companies, and other stuff there. So I tell you, that place, the population currently, hosting is like overwhelming.
You live in that barrack?
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Under the current dispensation.
Oh,
I mean, post-war.
Guess what?
Post-war,
Guess
you
what?
live in that barrack?
You know the good thing about my experience. I was part of the first batch.
Okay.
I joined the military. I went as an
You
enlisted.
enjoy at the time the SSR people were here. So people were treated specially.
Look,
That special treatment you enjoy.
everybody in the army. Let me tell you. People. The good thing about the experience we have, and now we're focusing, is that we're part of the first batch. Everything that the soldiers are going through, I went through the same thing.
The first batch?
Yes.
With the presence of the international community
Oh.
at that time?
You know,
When everything was good?
remember one time you reported, you said
Yeah.
you did plum.
Plum, yeah, throwing plums,
I
yeah.
was there that time. I was not even in the office at that time, so I know. I know. We stayed there. We were ration current, and we need to read. We need to read. We need to research and understand where we come from. There's a research that came out in the security sector and said that in that research, they said majority of the AFL personnel that went to the AFL felt they were going to join the U.S. military.
That is why they was portrayed.
That was why they were portrayed. So when the U.S. government turned over,
So people like you, that's why you even got there for, because you saw U.S. people coming, you say, yeah.
I saw the independence that when you have then, we have a force for the people, and I saw the issue that was done to serve my country, and I went there. I didn't even know I was going to be sitting in the
So
seat.
nothing's changed. The soldiers should know that nothing is strange about it.
When you say nothing
If you
strange-
have gone through it and reached at this rank today, the
Look,
same patience that you have.
No.
Okay.
We're trying to address these things.
Oh, okay.
That's why you saw we went to 12 hours, we're gone 8. You saw now we got LEC now at the BTC. We got LEC Coast Guard base. We're discussing to get LEC in Zwedru. All the area that we have the national grid, that is LEC, we're talking to LEC to hook them up on the line. And that's why we focused on why the minister also told you that, look, we're going to elevate the issue of welfare in the AFL. Accommodation is the issue in the AFL. We told the president we're not recruiting any time now. We want to handle the
I was
people
just about
first.
to ask you
Yes,
that. What are the
when I
other
recruited
plans for
it, the people we
recruitment?
have now, we want to handle them. So that's why it's a priority that we look into the
So
issue
there's
of
no need for
accommodation.
recruitment at all? Or
I
is
say
it
that's-
because
that's
there's
a
a
need.
need? But
There's
you
a
don't
need
just
for
want to-
recruitment, but you recruit them, where you going to put them?
Okay.
You're going to put them again 4 in one apartment? No. We will not go back under this leadership. We're going to see how best not handle all the problem, but look into accommodation that a soldier and his family will be in an apartment. They're having people sharing.
At that
If you
time, you
recruit
people
where
should have
gonna put
gotten
them?
the 72nd
And
priority
you know,
for recruiting.
if you look at latest report on the Irish household of a Liberian Irish household, one soldier that's 6 person.
Currently, that's what
Yes.
even the officers. That's
Uh-huh.
what, yeah.
So when you bring one soldier, don't just think you're recruiting only the soldier, their family. And let me tell you, the Liberian understand their family. That man, that soldier come because the fee that they coming. That soldier is there. He has a wife. He will have not less than 2 children. That 4 person right there. He will have either his mom or his pa coming live with him. That 5. He will have one of his siblings ready to. That's 6. So if you understand Liberian way of life, when you recruit one person, and it was just proven through the latest report that the Irish household of a Liberian is what? 6.
So now the hospital facility in the currently, you people want to give prescriptions to people, paracetamol, nothing there. Or you go, they just tell you, say, go and buy your own paracetamol, you leave the barrack and then go outside to buy it. How terrible is this?
No, I will tell you.
I'm telling you things are happening
no,
there. I'm telling you things that are happening there.
No, look, that's my base.
Yeah,
How you
but
getting
yeah.
the information? I'm getting the same information. That's
Oh,
true.
good. Uh-huh.
Let me tell you, we got one of the best labs through the U.S. government.
Okay.
Go there, go see it.
No, the lab is good. There's no problem
so
with the
you,
lab.
why you talk about the
No,
lab?
the lab is good. But of course, prescriptions now, where you need drug, you know.
Yes, that's
so
true.
that- yeah.
Let me tell you. Look, I will tell you like EBK. I just told you the population. It's like Monrovia City. It's a Monrovia City for what? 100, 300,000. And how many?
Now look, we're over 700,000 now.
No,
For just for registered voters, I'm not talking about, yeah, I'm not talking about election
But
numbers.
it says a million or
Yeah,
1.2.
yeah.
You see how it pays for
But
just
ladies,
there?
yeah.
And when you look at that's the scenario I want to lay. Just you see more high EBK. So even the drugs we got allocated monthly, cannot. So what we doing? We have an insurance. What soldier across the board? We pay money. We go to hospital. Sometimes some of the hospital will go through that challenges. So I agree that sometimes there's like drugs. We're low on drugs, and they tell soldiers to go and buy. That's true. But yes, based on what we receive, we distribute it, get it out. That's why we say thank God for President Dr. George Manawia, that in maybe 2-3 years time, we'll have our hospital. So we'll graduate from the issue of clinic, go to hospital.
So with all of these challenges, you think anybody who would want to join the army right now would really want to join the army under this kind of conditions?
Man, let me tell you, every day I receive, look, it shows, let me tell you something about the AFL. 2015, our Afrobarometer did a survey in Liberia. And that survey, they asked the Liberian people, civilian, who do you consider or respect as the best agency in government? Guess what? Among the security, AFL number 1.
Yeah, because they're afraid of you people.
No, it's the change. Let me tell you our story where we come from. The AFL come from a warring faction. Based on the TRC report, the AFL will consider as the 7th worst atrocity committed during the Civil War. 7. They got category. MPFL number 1, Lord number 2. The AFL number 7. We have graduated from being a warring faction to a peacekeeper that the international community can see us as a peacekeeper in Mali. We have graduated through a survey. The Liberian people now have respect. No more we are going to go back. That's why we read our history, that we shouldn't make those mistakes we made in the past. That's where we're going. So if we see the kind of survey, another survey was going to be committed 2018
We'll
again.
go to our own survey.
Yeah,
too
go
again.
to it
RCI
so you can,
will
because
go to their own survey.
we just come and talk, and we don't research these things. So we need to
we'll
go
do
back
our
and
own
research.
survey.
So quickly, Abby, let me just ask this final question from my end to the general. Back to this.
I mean, you ain't get the public time to ask you. Yeah, we ain't
But you're the only guest for today. Yeah, so we'll
Okay,
go
so
to the
yeah,
public now.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go to the public. Don't worry. Now, the question here is, do we understand that the military is all about obey.
No, I'll tell you, stop right there. I know you heard that thing, obey. I like to put obey legal orders.
Okay.
Legal order.
So which
we
one?
no
Which
more
one is
gonna
illegal?
obey.
So why
yes.
have you just tell me say go and do this, and I know that you are my boss
Oh,
now?
let me tell you, under this new dispensation, this new army, now what we ask for high school graduate or its equivalent to understand the difference between legal and illegal order. So the soldier, that's why we train the soldier to understand the principle of war, the principle of humanitarian war. Those three principles: limitation, proportionality, and the issue of control. What is a combative objective? So if you give a soldier an order, no more you'll see. That's why when we go in town and villages, guess what we do? We write. Today, I will tell you a scenario we have watched over in Belefana. The chiefs there were surprised.
In Bon County.
Bon County.
Yeah.
They were surprised. They gave gifts. They had not seen military for a long time. So they started giving the guy, oh, let the chicken for you. You know what the soldier told them? Go and give it to our commander. We don't receive gifts. If you give gift, they have to announce it to the commander, will tell you to take it to the commander. If not in the military, as a chief of staff, so you are not allowed to shine my bush.
Shine your bush.
No.
Now, during those days, people
But
like
I
us
was
were
saying
in
we
the
don't have
military
it.
can't shine
So
my
we
bush.
have changed.
So you see,
Yeah, it's no more like that. I'm just giving you common things that we have changed to.
Let me get to
Come
the
on.
question. Okay, so obey legal orders.
Obey legal order. Put people that are legal there.
Obey legal orders.
Yeah.
That is it. Now, the question here is, in terms of moving forward on this compulsory saving, are you now discussing with the soldiers to know whether they actually want to continue this compulsory saving?
Oh no, we're gonna get to them. We're gonna form the committee. Like I said, we got a couple of proposals. Look, you see the issue. They are soldiers, As officer, supervisor, we make recommendations to them for the future.
You don't impose on them.
We don't impose. There are certain things you don't impose. When it comes to your mission, and they say go and execute this mission, that's why we took oath.
I want a straight order.
Straight order. When it comes to your welfare and how you contribute, it's the issue is your own money.
It's a description.
So we try to explain to them that, look, one of the issues we have, a lot of people left the barracks. Let me tell you, if you read and do a research on the former AFL, most of them, they did not inform them that this job you're doing, you will not be here for life. A lot of them thought that they joined the army, they will be there for life. They did not save. Some of them. Some of them did not prepare that when you leave the army, where do I go? What do I go and do? For this new army, we're telling them that, look, why you stay here 25, 30 years? When you leave, there's a need to start saving. There's a need for you to look into the issue of accommodation. Because the house you're not paying rent for, the day you retire, you got 90 days to leave. Where will you go? So we're coming up with a scheme, even a housing scheme, that soldier will start to contribute. And we got a proposal that, look, we have talked to a couple of companies, and we're selling that to government, that, look, if even our soldier pay $80 a month, in 20 years' time, you can have a 2-bedroom apartment. That when you leave the army, you go and stay in there. You know, most people die after retirement because in this country, because we don't plan for retirement. There's nothing like shelter. Yeah. When people leave, there's no accommodation. Okay. They want to give you your pension salary, you take it, you go, you be worried where you pay, and people die. Okay. We saw that happening. So for our soldier, we're not going to allow that to happen.
Great. Let's come to human relations. What is that chain of communication that you have with your folks? Because when people tend to be afraid of their bosses, then
that's the military. That's the military. We're not
they
going
must always be afraid of you.
It's not the issue of afraid. It's the issue of discipline. There's a chain of command.
Discipline has to do with fear.
No.
So what is that now? Yeah.
Let me tell you, there's a chain of command. A private soldier has a chain. This is the chain of command. We got something called fire team. They're around 5 to 6. Okay. That fire team has a squad leader. They're around 11 to 12. That fire team, they got fire team A and fire team B, and you have a squad leader. The two A and B report to the squad leader. He cannot jump to his platoon commander as a fire team member without reporting the issue to the squad leader. So I, as a general, in order to come to me, the chain of command is so long. That's why quarterly, I go there, officer enlisted or general enlisted, and I talk to the troop. I talk to other, and then you have the opportunity. But your order is the issue of command, chain of command. It's not.
That is very much important.
And
right?
why your politicians, some of the politicians want us to break.
No, that is very much important for your own growth and being in the know of the kind of reports that are coming to you to assess it. Maybe you got to check on some of these people that bring in a report to you. How do you check on them? You got to assess from some of these people what is it like. You are not taking what they are telling you. But when the reports come to you, you will know that whether the person is telling you the truth or not. So that at the end of the day, because the essence of that chain of command is to see to it that rule and order, and of course law is instituted and everything is there.
Maybe I
You
will
don't
tell
do
you
that.
Maybe I will tell you. I read the 7 principle of cooling powers. You know, one of the principle is how to get the information. He gave a scenario, and which I admire. And I'm telling people who want to aspire to be in leadership to do this. I do my drive. I walk around the barracks. I talk to soldiers. Guess what? I go there or anybody. I dress just like them. I talk to them and I get it. Thank God for social media. Some of them even send it to me through Facebook. I investigate it.
That's good.
That's true. As a leader, you won't get everything. But
true,
the way
But
that
it's good,
Colin
it's
Powell
good.
told us as a military person, we go there. You know what he said? He used to go like because of the chain of command. I, as a general in the military, I don't go to other ranks. Other ranks meaning or NCO to go and eat there to that mess.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not supposed to do it. But I find a way sometimes to get there, sit there, and talk to them. Just to be able to
The
hear
president,
what
we
they
all
say.
went to the Kobo shop to demonstrate Propo that time.
Easy.
All right, so let's get to the lines and interact with the callers now on 0775373657 is the number to call. We have with us here this morning, as you can see on your Facebook screen, and Major General Prince Johnson. He's here with us. He's the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia. And 0775373657, the only number to call this morning on the TBS on 296.1 FM. Good morning.
This caller, good morning.
Good morning, baby, and good morning, General Johnson.
Yeah, good morning.
sir.
This is out of Africa, an engineering personnel who was volunteering with the AFL in Tulsa, then back to BTC.
Okay.
I'm in a situation where hopefully I would appreciate if we can relate this to the ministry. Through the former minister Samuka, I was opportune to have traveled to China and I did engineering, came back for first degree in motor traffic engineering. And I got involved in an accident and I was taken to JFK, but it's like the surgical work that was done on my legs up to today's date, I'm carrying out broken iron. I've gone everywhere making a pew and I still living with that pain. My legs have been healed. On some point, I'm thinking on something very ugly concerning my life. What I want you to do for me, sir, because there has been a burning issue on my mind, I really desire being with the army until I start the SSR test. But my legs cannot permit me now because I need to get this iron off.
Okay.
Kindly relate to the minister
Okay.
to help me
Okay.
to see this medical.
All right, thank you this morning.
We take 3 of them.
Yeah.
0775373657.
I don't know why Joe wanna talk. Hello?
Yeah, I want to talk, Evie.
Yeah, Joe wanna go ahead.
Yeah, it's good that the chief of staff is in studio there. I've been getting reports from the military barracks that they got a backbone to pick most of the army. Especially those young guys who their wives were agitating for the money that was misapplied by the former defense minister. They say you don't have a good relationship with the army. So let you be able to tell us exactly what the real story is between you and the soldier, because I'm hearing a lot of sweet things from him.
Okay. All right, thank you, Hero. Joe Wonder, formerly of RCI, now of Joy FM. Let's get to
this caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Let's hear you. Your name and where you calling from.
I'm asking where I'm calling from Tupuro.
Yeah, go ahead.
My friends are all still thanks to the general in studio. They are doing extremely well to get our men and women who now, prepare them to get a benefit. I really appreciate it. So I have a question. I listened to you say that they are not recruiting now. I want to know the size of the army and then why they are not recruiting now.
I think I told you that why already, but of course the size, yes, you could already got it. So let's get to the next caller. Yeah.
3657. Put in your calls.
Yeah, your concerns is good. Yeah.
Here, and we can talk about it. And some of the guys are some of our Facebook comments.
They are on, and I tried as much as possible on here to 96.1 FM. Yeah, so that we pick that, then he responds. Then
Good morning.
we have to get back to him.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Hello, Chief of Staff. Good morning
Good morning, sir.
to you. Yeah, this is Adam Bill Rogers calling from Douala.
Go ahead. Go ahead, we're listening,
Why don't you
Mr.
guys-
Rogers.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wow, he's low.
Hello.
Wow, you got to go off on him. Yeah, we'll try to get back to him. I think you can call back, that is if you can. But of course, some of the voting queues that you see, let me get a BG play just and he's on the line. Good morning, G play.
Good morning, my dear brother. Abraham Gosling, we are.
Awesome.
Good morning to the wonderful Chief of Staff, Brigadier General Prince Johnson. Thank you very much, my dear brother. You know, Ebi, a good, it's what I love about True FM West, brother Ebi, that you bring sensitive people to the public so that they can listen to them and what they're talking about. Most of that, Ebi, what I pick up from him is the issue of retirement and the doting salary from, the doting money from the military salary in order to get, I need to get structure for them. You know, this is still many of our security personnel when they retire from the army, for the police, for immigration. So let the immigration and the police and DA take that same measure that you try to put into place so that our soldiers, when they retire, they have a place to sleep to run down sooner. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're not that soon. How you guys not serving straight you die shot? You just shot land. Yeah. So you can answer some of the questions now while we get into the next batch of calls. Yeah.
For G-Play, thank you, sir. It's not a question.
Yeah.
We'll definitely talk. It's not something we want to share. For Adam Bill, we didn't get him. For the size, I will tell you that our size is a little bit like under 2,000. Okay. Yes, we need movement, but I can tell you we'll definitely get back to on that. For Joe, one of the issue of relationship. You know, Joe, I think there's a need, you know, if you don't know somebody and you hear something, also to give them the opportunity, decide and just hear what you hear on the other side. You know, I will just give you an account of my experience or life in the AFL. If indeed my relationship with the troop was not good, I would not come from the position of a commanding general of the Armed Forces of Liberia, which is number 3, to ascend to Deputy Chief of Staff and currently Chief of Staff. That alone shows that I've gone through the ranks and far.
But I understand you can elect to pull you there. That somebody can just lay your business and pull you there.
But so, guess what? That's why I'm going to that point. Like I tell a lot of people, I'm in this position not because of myself or it's because of the guys I supervise.
Okay.
The work they do down there is because of that soldier who's staying in the rain with his rifle to that gate, inspecting people's car, how I talk to him, and how I send it out. Joe, I will not tell you what you're saying is a lie, but you need to continue with your investigation, and people will get to understand, and you will find out whether indeed my relationship with the troop is not good, or else I will not be sitting in this position. That's how the military works. Because I don't go there to do the work. They are doing the work. So the relationship, definitely, they will have some problem. For after massacre with the broken leg, I think if I understood you right, sir, you said the issue, he served the military before. I don't know.
So he wants to.
You want to come.
He's
but it's not possible. I will tell you, you can also serve your country in other areas. Now, I'm sure if you even come, just the physical or the medical that they will do, they will definitely find out that you cannot make it because of your condition. Yeah. But indeed, I will inform the minister, like you said, you work with the ministry. I will tell the minister your message. But I want to say, I'm sorry for what you're going through. And I want to say thank you too.
All right, so let's just speak the final batch of calls now.
Senior people Russian
is
watching from China.
From China,
Good job, my brother. God bless you.
All right, so let's get to the last batch of callers.
Call 0775-373-657 is the number to call right here this morning on the TBS. 11 minutes past 9 o'clock. We're still here with the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of Liberia.
That caller.
This caller. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you calling from?
Yes, Abdullah Kulafare, and I joined from Akibi County.
Where are you, Abdullah?
Yeah, I do agree with the Chief of Staff in studio this morning, but I would like to agree with him with all of the analysis he made. But something really drew my attention when it comes to the issue of brutality. What they are actually doing about when it comes to the issue of brutality, the AFL are on record when it comes to brutality, beat on peaceful citizens and go with peace. I really want him to address that when it comes to the issue of brutality.
Yeah.
He will address that. Let me talk to one of my colleagues here, Jay Kwabapien, who wants to make an input. Good morning to you, Kwaba.
Good morning, sir.
commend his contribution to the nation building process, especially to the army. Now that they claim hold on this compulsory saving, I'm asking whether after this distribution of what is remaining, they will still go back on it, because I strongly believe there's a need to continue that saving. Because right now, many of the people there, they are young people. I don't know how long they intend to stay in the army. In our country, many people serve in areas like the army and other places. When they are retired and no longer there, their lives getting on the outside down. And I think I would not love to see that happen to this generation of army people. The initiative then has been a very good one, except that what happened along the line somewhere around 2017. So my request is that they please try to see if they can get back on course with a very new policy to continue, so that some of these people that are leaving the army, their life can continue to be better. That's my concern this morning.
All right,
Thank
the
you,
last
thank
two
you.
calls, please.
Yeah,
No
the last
plus.
two calls
Yeah.
right here. Let me talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, AP, and good morning to everybody.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
My name is Jerry Marshall. I'm calling from RCI Highway.
Go ahead, Jerry.
The chief of staff there in studio, they talking sometimes because they are it's a political appointment that we know of.
The man's a military man.
They don't really have working relationship with the soldiers.
Are you a soldier? Hello?
I'm now soldier.
Okay, so you don't talk Taylor,
All
you
right,
don't know.
thank you. All right, so let's get to the last two calls, and then we can just close on with the chief of staff. He has to go.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
07753. You got a call from
No,
your end?
I don't know.
Okay, 0775 Good morning. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, the first female caller.
Good morning.
Good morning, let's hear you.
Yes, I'm Teresa calling from EBK Barracks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my husband is a soldier, and then his compulsory saving, his money went in a dead soldier's account. And he been trying hard to see how best he can get that money. Each time he goes to defend, they will tell him, say, go come back, go come back.
Okay.
And the most of the part again, the regular pay again went in a dead body account.
Oh,
So I want the minister to really look at this thing and see how best we get our money, because we cannot be hungry.
okay.
He's going at the ministry every day for their money, and they cannot get him a proper answer. And then at his office, they putting him on a wall at his office because of he running after his money.
Okay. So he's in a barracks, right?
Yes, I called it for the main barrack.
Okay,
Teresa.
Teresa who?
Teresa Stevens.
Stevens. So your husband is who, Stevens?
My husband is a soldier.
What
Okay.
is his name?
No, don't bother calling a name. Don't bother.
Okay, the general.
Okay,
I think
the general will try to. Okay, he will speak to that, and I think I
So
just
we
speak.
just-
Yeah,
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 just the last
so
call.
that yeah.
Okay, good
Yes.
morning.
Yeah, the last call.
Morning.
Good morning, let's hear you, sir.
Yes, I'm Francis J.C. Kwame. I'm calling from the GSA.
Go ahead.
Yes, the commander in studio talk about the AWOL soldiers. There are soldiers that left the army without turning over everything, and we know that government use resources to train these soldiers. So I want to know what are the mechanisms that the government is putting into place that such acts will not be repeated, even if they recruit new soldiers or even the one that stay in active
You can
service.
stop people from running away.
Even in the great United States.
You can stop people from running away.
Okay, General, so let's just.
So yeah, let's start, my brother. Thank you, brother. On the issue of the AWOL, what the mechanism? Yes, we do have a mechanism. That's what we do a regular inspection in the barracks. Those that have the things, we monitor the soldiers' activity. So again, it's difficult, but we are trying. A lot of mechanism we have in place.
And of course, John Troop 96.1 FM, the island sort of Liberia. We have roughly 30 minutes remaining on the show. Like we told you, as promised, we said we were going to get on. So we're going to Lower Bond County and, of course, Upper Bond County, Selma Lomax, and that of Newton Tokpa. And we'll try to tell us more. And we'll try to get citizen reporters to giving their own reports as to how the turnout is like in those areas. So your participation, citizens reporters, you can also participate in it in Bong and Moserado counties. You can tell us how the turnout is like, but some pictures that we are now getting appears some of the areas are visually empty, and it's too discouraging so far. From what we're sensing, voters' apathy is really sensed out there, and so we'll try to get on to our correspondents. Newton Tokpa is in Lower Bond County, and he will try to give us update as to what's unfolding there. And this is quite important for us here on the TBS on 296.1 FM. So we'll try to get on to understand from there what is select there, and we'll be getting this information for you and filter it in. Our correspondents around as well, they will try to give us update on the Supreme Court as well in our locales, trying to look at it and how are things unfolding there. We'll go to Bong County and speak with Selma Lomas from Upper Bong to tell us what he has sensed there so far, how the turnout is like. People turning out to vote, but like we said, that whatever happens during the campaign activities really is going to have a huge impact on what will be happening on today. So if the campaign was very much slow, at a very slow pace, and of course the momentum very much poor, then we think for sure it will have a huge bearing on what will be unfolding today. So, and that is what it is. So we now go on talking with Selma Lomas. I want to get real Bond County first because we'll try to open the lines. A citizen reporters, you can give us your report where you are and what you are gathering from there. Supreme Court is here with us, and he has to wait on. And he will try to go out, get these things done, and we'll try to speak with these people. So let's just get to the lines there, interact with our citizens. Our citizens reporter, we'll call it citizens reporter, we're going to report how their own areas are. Moserado County only, please. Yeah, and Bong County, yes, you can also do as well, and that is good. While we get to our correspondent as well. 0775-373-657 is the number to call this morning. Tell us, how is the turnout like in your area? Which is very much important for us. So let's get to the line.
Let's talk to this first caller.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, and Abraham Godson will, and good morning, and Oscar Moruba, and good morning to our peace-loving tour district number 6.
Emmanuel Tosia, go ahead.
Thank you, Oscar Moruba, for the exclusive recognition. My name is Emmanuel Tosia. I joined you this morning, and basically from the Pinsville 7-day Adventist High School where I did and registered and I came to cast my vote. And I think I must commend you and Abraham this morning for the job you are doing this morning for the Liberian people, especially by providing them the education, by providing them the
man, where you are now? What you doing before, man?
I think they very much sensitive to us, especially we that.
Tosia, where are you now and where are you reporting from? Would you want for you to go to one of these centers and tell us what's happening there? Okay, tell us how's the turnout like there?
The turnout here is very slow and people are coming and they're very smooth, I think, and the NC did extremely well when it comes to putting things into place.
Okay.
Let's hold Tosia right there.
Yeah, Belika.
0775-373-657. If you are calling, you should be calling
from a center.
Yeah, from a
you
center.
Must have gone at a center.
Yes,
you must have voted already or whatever. Yes.
So you'll be serving us, our citizens.
Citizen reporter. Just do that thing.
So let's try to do that. Good morning.
Good morning, Oscar. Good morning, Abraham Godson. Well, I'm Johnson, General calling from Dr. Bamba.
Johnson, GW Gibson?
Exactly. That's where I'm speaking from
So
right now.
tell us, how is the turnout there at GW Gibson?
Oscar, to admit, the channel here is very poor. People are coming in one by one.
One by one?
Yeah.
One by one. People are coming in one by one.
Now, but what are the expressions on the faces of those who are coming? How are they appearing?
Yeah, Oscar, people those that are coming in, actually, there is no constraint. For example, they don't see their name and all the kind of things. But actually, they are voting and the level official are all, the atmosphere.
So how many persons per queue so far that you've seen?
No. For now on, there are no queue.
Oh, no queue, nobody in line. You really pull for two. No, once there is no queue now, then forget it. It's really full.
Johnson, before we take leave of you, are there presence of police officers at the various precincts? Do we have police officers where you are?
Yeah. We have another police officer. Actually, like Oscar, we have about 2 to 3 police officers here. The police officers, all of them, they are well prepared for the security here. Well, actually, the atmosphere is good, it's kind. Everything is kind. But today, the channel runner is very cool.
Okay, thank you, Johnson.
All right, thank you. Yeah, everything is yes, cool. Yet, well, the elections, violent free, but why would be violent when no queue? So no violent, no queue, nothing. So
let me talk to this other caller.
Yeah.
Good morning. Your name and where you calling from? Which center are you calling from?
So.
Good morning. This is Jeremiah Secretary, and then I'm calling president of the Cloud Chapel Mission School where I really have community where I just got to charge my food.
Okay.
To give to you this morning, situation is not encouraging. I mean, people are just coming in gradually, they imagine all this time, beauty, gender shit. Only 5 points were able to tell us that to just this morning. Since this morning. So now people are planning what if the election commission they didn't carry on the announcement of maybe some awareness or if other politicians who were contesting they didn't